way to understand Shakespeare and find the truth behind the melody of the verse is by playing Shakespeare.
We can do this! Of course we can!
Okay, let's give it a try. Well then, first and most important for every stage performer is Hamlet's monologue to his actors. And it goes like that. Oh well,
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounce it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of our players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand thus, but use all gently. For in the very torrent, tempest, and as I may say, whirlwind of passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear some robustious, perry with patted fellow, tear a passion to tatters, to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings, who for the most part are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise. I would have such a fellow whipped for doing termagants. It out Herod's Herod. Pray you, avoid it.
I won't, your honor. Hey! Be not to take neither, but let your own discretion be to suit the action to the word, and the word to the action. With this special observance that the overstep not the modesty of nature, for anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end, both at the first and now, was and is to hold as toward the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own feature, scorn her own image, in the very age and body of the time to form impression. Now this overdone or come tardy off, though it make the unskillful laugh, cannot but make the judicious grieve. The censure of the which one must, in your allowance, o'erweigh a whole theatre of others.
oh, there be players that I have seen play and heard others praise, and that highly, not to speak it profanely, that neither having the accent of Christians, nor the gait of Christian pagans, nor man who so strutted and bellowed that I have taught some of nature's journeymen, that made men and not made them well. They imitated humanity so abominably. Oh, reform it altogether, and let those that play your clowns speak no more than set down for them. For there be of them that will themselves laugh, to set of some quantity of barren spectators laugh too, though in the meantime some necessary question of the play be then to be considered. That's villainous, and shows the most pitiful omission in the fool that uses it. Go make you ready.
Let's show them, actors!
If we shadows have offended,
That they have but slumbered here.
while these visions did appear,
And this weak and idle fiend,
no more yielding to the dream.
gentle do not reprehend.
Think, but it's not spended.
If you pardon, we will mend.
As I am honest book,
And have a near luck,
now to escape the separate stand,
we will make amends alone.
else the book and alcohol.
So good night unto you all.
Give me your hands if you be friends,
And Robin shall restore amends. And now let's see what Viola has to say about the love triangle in Twelfth Night. The Duke, Orsino, is in love with Olivia, but Olivia is mourning her dead brother and has rejected all of his advances so far. Orsino sends Cesario, who is really Viola, with love letters to Olivia on his behalf. Unfortunately for the Duke, Olivia is taken in by Viola's disguise and falls in love with Cesario.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside had not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue. For did she speak in starts distractedly? She loves me sure, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why he sent her none? I am the man, if it be so as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness. wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper foes in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How dispatch, my master lost her dearly, and I, poor monster, formed as much of him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As a man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As a woman, now alas the day, what triplet sight shall poor Olivia breathe. Oh, time, you must untangle this knot, I. It's too hard to for not for me sometimes.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of a that surfeiting. The appetite may sicken and so die. The strain again, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came over my ear like the sweet sound that breasts upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving over. Enough, no more. 'Tis not as sweet as it was before. How quick and fresh art thou! Of what? Valerius, Vilidius, and pitch odor, but falls into battlement of low price. Even in a minute, so full of shapes is fancy. That alone is highly fantastical.
And now let's travel to fair Verona and meet Romeo. Romeo and Juliet is a tragic love story where the two main characters, Romeo and Juliet, are supposed to be sworn enemies but fall in love. Due to their family's ongoing conflict, they cannot be together, so they kill themselves because they cannot cope with being separated from one another.
What's up? What left for younger window breaks? It is this, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who sorely seek and pale with grief that though her mate are far more fair than she. Beloved, her mate, since she saved us. Her restless lyre but seeking green, and none but full rare. Cast it off, it's my lady. Oh, it's my love. Oh, that she knew sure. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I am answered. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars and all the heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes, to twinkle in the spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? As daylight doth the lamp, her eye heaven, was through the airy region stream so bright, that birds will sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else I know not, nor by what wonder you hit of mine, lest in your knowledge and your grace you shall not, than our earth wonder, more than earth divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak, lay open to my earthly grasping seat, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the devoted meaning of your words deceit, against my soul's pure truth. Why labor you to make it wander in an unknown field? Are you God? Which creates in you?
Transform me then, and to your power I'll yield. But if that I am I, then well I know. Your weeping sister is no wife of mine, no to her bed, no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline. Oh, train me not, sweet mermaid, thy note, to drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sink, silent for thyself, and I will dote. Spread over the silver waves thy golden hairs, and as a bed I'll take thee and there lie. And in the glorious opposition think, he gains by death that hath such means to die. Let love be inclined, be drowned if she sinks.
You quite forgot a husband's
rot? Shall love and building grow so ruinous? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake use her with more kindness. Or, if you like elsewhere, do it by stealth. Muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Let not my sister read it in your eye. Be not thy tongue thy own shame's orator. Look sweet, speak fair, become disloyalty. Apparel vice like virtue's harbinger. Bear fair presence though your heart be tainted. Teach sin the carriage of holy saint. Be secret false. What need she be acquainted? What simple thief brags with his own attaint? And let her read it at thy looks at board. Shame hath a bastard fame, well managed.
Ill deeds are double with the evil word. Alas, poor women, made us but believe, being compact of credit that you love us, thought others had the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, you may move us, then gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife. This holy sport to be a little vain, then is the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
This poem is an excerpt from William Shakespeare's celebrated comedy, As You Like It. It narrates the life cycle of a man, comparing it to a play. Each of the important events in a man's life become the different acts that make up this play. This poem is 28 lines long. It does not have a rhyme scheme, but is written in iambic pentameter. This means that each line has a rhythm of 5 beats.
All the world is stage, and so the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad, made to his mysterious eyebrow, then a soldier, full strange oaths and bearded like the part, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in Canaan's mouth.
And then the justice, a fair round belly with good cape and line, with eye severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise souls and modern instances, as he takes his part, the 6/8 shifts, linen slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and punch on sight.
His youthful host well saved the world to wide, for his shrunk shank and his big manly voice, turning again towards childish treble pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans size, sans taste, sans everything.
Prince Hamlet. The ghost of the King of Denmark tells his son Hamlet to avenge his murder by killing the new king, Hamlet's uncle. Hamlet feigns madness, contemplates life and death, and seeks revenge. His uncle, fearing for his life, also devises plots to kill Hamlet. We will begin with the scene between Hamlet, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern, all 3 characters played by Emma.
There is doomsday near, but your news is not true. Let me question you more in particular. What have you, my good friends, deserved at the hands of fortune as she sent you to prison hither? Prison, my lord? Denmark's a prison. Then it's the world one, a goodly one, in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons, with Denmark being one of the worst. We think not so, my lord. Why then is none to you? For there is nothing good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me, it is a prison.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and opposing endem, to die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say end, the heartache and the thousand natural shocks. That flesh is air too, 'tis a consummation, devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep.
To sleep, perchance to dream. Ay, there's the rub, for in the sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud's vain contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns
that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his coitus make, with a bare bodkin, who would farthest bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, ex but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of.
Thus conscience does make cowards of us so, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled o'er with the pale cast of thought, and the enterprises of great patient moment, with disregard their currents turn aright, and lose the aim of action, soft you now, the fair Ophelia in thy horizons. Be all my sins remembered.
No. Look at this now.
To be or not to be? That's the question. What there is nobler in mind to suffer the swings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of trouble, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and 1,000 natural shocks.
That flesh is here, too, 'tis a consummation, devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Ay, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life.
For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's consuming, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns, the patient merit of the unworthy states? And he himself might quite a slave, but the bare body, who would fire those bare?
to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose war no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than fly to others we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all.
And thus the native hue of resolution is sickled o'er with the pale cast of foot, and the enterprises of great pith and moment. With disregard their currents turn awry. Lose the name of action, so up to now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in the origins. Be all my sins remembered. Julius Caesar revolves around the question of what constitutes a tyrant. Before Brutus can convince himself to kill Caesar, he must either believe that Caesar is a tyrant or that he will inevitably become one.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I am here to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men leave after them, the good inter with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious, but if it was a grievous fault, grievously hath Caesar answered. So here, underneath Brutus and the men, Brutus, an honorable man, so let them all be honorable men.
A brave Scottish general named Macbeth received a prophecy from a trio of witches that one day he will become the king of Scotland. Consumed by ambition and awoken to action by his wife, Macbeth murders King Duncan and takes the Scottish throne for himself.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps and this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have blooded fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle, light is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hours upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Portia was born in a rich family, but her dad wanted to choose who she married. However, Portia wanted to choose for herself and chose Bassanio. Portia wanted to give her entire kingdom to Bassanio, but he didn't want to accept it. Portia wanted to convince Bassanio that it was okay and she didn't mind. Welcome to the Merchant of Venice. You see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. Though for myself alone, I would not be ambitious in my wish. To wish myself much better, yet for you, I would be trebled 20 times myself, 1,000 times more fair, 10,000 times more rich than only to stand high in your account. I might in virtues, livings, friends, exceed account, but the full sum of me is the sum of something, which in turn is gross, is an unlessoned girl, unschooled, unpracticed, happy in this, she is not yet so old. But she may learn. Happier than this. She is not bred so dull, but she can learn.
Happiest of all is their gentle spirit, commits itself to yours to be directed. As I'm her lord, her governor, her king, myself and what is mine to you and yours, is now converted. But now I was the lord of this fair mansion, master of my servants, queen o'er myself, and even now. But now, this house, these servants, and the same myself, are yours, my lord. I give them unto spring, which when you part from lose or give away, let presage the ruin of your love, and be my vantage to exclaim on you.
It knows well that ends well. Helen, the daughter of a dead physician, secretly loves Bertram, the Count of Rosilian's son. She was given in marriage to Bertram, but because she was of lower rank, he refuses to accept it. It became Helen's challenge to win his acceptance.
Nay, come! For if they do approach the city, we shall lose all the sight. They say the French Count has done most honorable service. It is reported that they have taken their greatest commander, and that with his own hand he slew the Duke's brother. We have lost our labor. They've gone good to aid. Hark! You may know by their trumpets. Come, let's return and spy ourselves again. With the report of it, will Diana take heed of this venture? The honor of make soaring name, as no legacy is so rich as honesty.
Henry V is a history play probably written around 1599. It covers events during the 100 Years' War, immediately before and after the Battle of Agincourt. Soon after Henry V becomes King of England, he is considering making a claim to rule France as well. I believe that on this day it's called St. Crispian's Day.
What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland? No, my fair cousin. If her mark to die were enough, to do her country loss, and if to live, the less man the greater share of honor. God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. By Jove, I'm not greedy for gold. nor care I who I do feed upon my cost. Such outward things I recite, not in my desires, but if it be a sin of covet honor, and the most offending so alive. No faith my cause. Wish not a man from England. God's peace would not lose so great an honor. As one man more methinks would cheer for me. For the best hope I have, oh do not wish one more. Rather proclaim of Westmoreland, through my cost. Let him depart, his passport shall be made.
And crowns for convoy put into his purse. We would not die, and that man's company, that fears his fellowship, to die with us. This day is called the feast. He that outlives that day, and come safe home, will stand a tiptoe when this day is named, and roast him in the name of Crispian. He that shall live this day, and see old age, will yearly on the vigil feast his neighbors, and say, tomorrow is Saint Crispian. Then will he strip his sleeve, and show his scars, and say, these wounds I had on Crispin's day. Old men forget, yet all shall be forgot. But he remembered with advantages what feats he did that day. Then show our names, familiar in his mouth as household words. Henry the King, Bedford and Exeter, Warwick and Talbot, Salisbury and Gloucester, being their flowing cups freshly remembered.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenians found I none, on whose eyes I might approve these flowers forms in starring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. Here the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty so, she does not lie near this lack, love, this skill, courtesy, true, on my eyes I trow. Oh, the power, this charm, doth owe, when thou wakest, let love forbid. Sleep he sit and I eyelid, so awake when I'm gone. For we must now go to Oberon.
To the word to the action.
Mama,